After 9 games, we have an interesting snip of where the Green Archers are now. Nung nag-start sila ng tournament, they were a bit inconsistent, but they still managed to end the first round at 5-2. Those first 7 games were supposed to be learning sessions, where all that practice gets applied. With 2 games already played in the second round, let's take a slightly micro view of the previous 8 quarters of those 2 matches. Against Ateneo, we won 1 quarter, lost 2 quarters, and tied in 1. In their most recent game kalaban ang UST, the Green Archers won 3 and lost 1. So overall, we won 4 quarters, lost 3, and tied in 1. Yet, the results of those 2 games were wildly different. Against Ateneo, the Green Archers kept it close for the first 2 quarters. Then, the third quarter happened. The Blue Eagles made a run, we blinked, and in the space of that 10 minutes, we were already out of the game. The last quarter, the Archers made a mini run. Ateneo relaxed and we outscored them by 6. But it was a case of too little too late and the damage had already been done in the third quarter. Yung situation niya similar sa first round encounter nila. In hindsight, that 4 to 5 minute stretch in the third quarter was the crucial point during which we lost the game. The only indicator that the game got away from us is the shooting stats. The Green Archers shot 6 of 19 from the field and 2 of 5 on the foul line. Turnovers were even, LaSalle had more steals, and they were just out-rebounded by 2. It shouldn't have been a blowout quarter. But the key component of making shots is the confidence of the player that every time he takes a shot, it will go in. Forget how many misses he had before. For a shooter, the next shot he takes will go in. But for some reason, medyo nawala yung confidence ng Green Archers nung stretch na yon. They didn't turn over the ball so much, but when they got rattled, their belief in their shot making deserted them. At least in that quarter. All the while, the Blue Eagles were confidently taking and making their 3-pointers. We lost that game because of the mental side of basketball. During the Lenten break, the Green Archers must have used this hiatus to gain a different perspective, reflect on their game, and come up with a collective resolution to do better, individually and as a team. And what a difference a week makes. Probably smarting from that disastrous third quarter in their previous game, the Green Archers came out breathing fire and took out their ear on the hapless UST Tigers. The only time the game was close was in the opening minute. It was all LaSalle from there as the Green Archers sprinted to a 17-8 lead after 5 minutes. The Archer pressure defense was in full view in the opening 10 minutes, forcing 7 UST turnovers, while the green and white offense was, how do you put it, otherworldly. Their field goal shooting from inside the arc was unheard of. 92% on 12 of 13 accuracy, while hitting 3 of 6 from the 3-point line. A key tenet of winning basketball games is preventing the opponents from scoring, and UST could do nothing to stop the avalanche of LaSalle points in those first 10 minutes, which ended 36-21. To their credit, the Tigers recovered their wits in the second period and tried to make a game out of it. They came out more aggressive, fought on even terms, upped their shooting from the arc, and even scored more on second chance points. UST took the quarter by 3, 25-22, to cut the lead a bit at the half, 58-46. Deshaun Winston made sure that LaSalle will not anymore commit another third quarter slump as he almost single-handedly took matters into his own hands, exploding for 19 points to tow the Archers to a 25-point lead after 30 minutes. So superb was Shawnee that he missed only 2 out of his 11 field goal attempts in the quarter. He outscored the Tigers all by himself 19-15 until Coach Derek sat him with a minute left in the quarter. So how do we make of the last 2 games of the Green Archers? Well, if you're a pessimist, you'd say that the Green Archers were due for a lucky game and their performance against UST was just a fluke, kumbaga tsamba lang. But if you're an optimist or a die-hard LaSallian, you'd say that they're finally getting the hang of the Pumahan system while getting to know each other a lot more. To which the pessimist would encounter, you're just guessing. Well, the best counter to that is to look at the numbers. 25 assists out of 42 made field goals. That wasn't a bunch of individuals scoring by themselves. They helped each other score. They had 16 turnovers, still a lot, but not getting worse. If anything, many of those turnovers were made trying to get the ball to a more open teammate. The errors coming from inbound intercepts were gone, even as UST tried to pressure the inbounder. They definitely learned from their past mistakes. 5 archers scored in double digits, led by Winston with 33, Balti with a quiet 17, and Nele contributed 16 by hitting all of his field goals. Michael Phillips with 15 and Kurt Lohera with 10. 6 other archers also scored. All of the players have seen action already in the tournament. Coach Derek likes to have a shorter rotation of 8 to 10 in a game, so he's been parceling out the minutes among the substitutes. But that exposure, no matter how limited, has shown the logic behind his recruitment. Everyone has shown a good basketball sense and a fairly good grasp of his own role in the team when on the floor. We don't see an errant archer wondering where he shouldn't be, as they have learned to position themselves properly both on offense and defense. The defense in particular does give us reason to be optimistic. Against UST, the boys defended well against the pick and roll that most teams in the UAAP employ today. They collapse on everyone who comes close to the shaded area, and that can leave shooters open. Against the better teams like Ateneo and UP, that can be risky because that's what they really train for, but it's a reasonable gamble. If the UST game is any indication, the team is starting to gel, and the next couple of games will probably confirm the progress they've made. It will be interesting.